I'm going to offer 3 cast-on options for this hat. It's a double knit hat, so we've got to cast on for both layers. Option 1, which may seem the easiest, is single colour long tail cast on. Normally I estimate the tail for long tail needs to be 4 times the edge length you're aiming for. So if you're aiming for a 20-inch hat, you would have an 80-inch tail. But because it's double knitting, we have 2 layers. So I would make that a 160-inch tail, which is a very long tail to control. To keep control of this extra long tail, I wind the tail into a yarn butterfly. So this is where I'm going to make my slip knot, somewhere around here. And then I just take the tail and I'm winding towards the cut end. So around and around till I've got a little bunch. And then when I've got about 10 inches left, slip the little bundle off my fingers, wind 4 or 5 times around the middle, and as you come to the cut end, you can tuck your finger underneath and put the tail through. And then you have got what I call a yarn butterfly, a small dispensing unit. So as you cast on, the butterfly dangles, not on the floor, it dangles in midair, and it can revolve because as you make the twists in long tail cast on, it has a tendency to unapply the tail yarn as you go, and it can get quite ragged, whereas the butterfly will spin in the air and your tail yarn will remain in good condition right to the end. And then it really doesn't matter how generous you are with your tail, because it's not going to be nearly such a nuisance. The second option is to go straight into 2-colour working right away, and this has the advantage of not needing to allow an extra long tail. So you can make your slip knot. This is not a stitch, it's just to hold the yarns to begin with, to start, and then work just as we did before, but the 2 yarns are both leading to a ball. And this is the knitwise version, so I'm knitting that green stitch forward, and then I will alternate. So I'm going to make a stitch from the index finger and purl it away from me, then come to the front colour and knit it towards me. So the colour you want to form the outer stitches should be the one you hold on your far finger. Whoops. And it should be alternating colours as you go along. And this is in many ways very helpful to get you into double knitting format straight away. It's really easy to see if there's a mistake in the counting, or you've mixed the 2 colours up, and it helps you. This helps you to keep on track and gets you straight into double knitting. The first slip knot is superfluous and just gets dropped off, and those are your stitches. And you can work the whole edge just using alternating colour stitches. If you're feeling very keen, you can cast on in pattern. So if the green is my main colour, I'm bringing, that's a main colour stitch on the front, and I'm going to do 3 pairs with main in the front and the pink on the back layer. So green knits, pink purls, and then I'm going to do 2 pairs with the colours reversed. I like to just flip the back one over the front one and then reverse it next time. So now I'm going to do 2 pairs with the opposite colour sequence. So pink green, pink green, and then I'm going to go back to the position I was before. And if you place your balls of yarn with the appropriate colour, so the green here and the pink ball here, you can avoid having excessive twisting by always first twist in one direction and then twist them back. And you can set up the colour pattern for round 2 straight away as you cast on. It's a little fiddly, but possibly worth the effort. Whichever method you choose, do take the time to check it regularly, count your pattern repeats, which are 16 stitches or 8 pairs, and mark them with a temporary marker, something like a coilless safety pin. It will serve to confirm everything as you go round for the first time setting up the pattern.